This may very well be the biggest GeForce Now Thursday of the year, as I know there are some big games coming this week that a lot of people have been looking forward to. One of them is launching on GFN from a pretty surprising publisher, and on top of that we have a pretty sweet deal that people can take advantage of if they're looking for priority membership. So let's dive right into the news and get to it. Before we take a look at the games, I want to kick things off by talking about that pretty sweet deal, and that's for anyone who's looking to upgrade to priority membership or wanting to try out cloud gaming for the first time. From now until November 20th, you can score 6 months of GeForce Now priority membership for only $29.99. That's a pretty sweet discount from the regular $50 price tag. This will give you access to priority queue, 6-hour session lengths, and RTX enabled servers. It's a nice step up from the free tier if that's what you've been gaming on, and I would highly recommend checking it out, especially at this price. But if you're still wondering about it, I still have some 3-day priority trial codes if you want to give it a shot before committing to buying a full 6 months. All I ask in return is that you either follow me on Twitter and message me there with your interest in the code, or you join our community Discord and ask for it there. Link to both will be in the description below, so be sure to check it out. But now let's get to the most exciting part about this GeForce Now Thursday, and that's the new games arriving this week. First up is Victoria 3, which you can pick up over on Steam. It's a Paradox Development Studio title, so you know they're veterans within the strategy genre, and it's fair to say that fans of the franchise have been waiting quite a while for this new entry since the last title came out back in 2010. It's a game all about building your ideal society in the transformative 19th century while balancing the competing interests of said society and earning your place in the sun. A perfect game for all the strategy fans out there, and I'm sure some of you have been waiting for this entry for quite some time. The next new release is coming to Steam in the Epic Games Store, and that's Paper Cut Mansion. It's described as a papercraft roguelite where you explore a mysterious mansion floor by floor. You can expect to solve puzzles, battle enemies, and complete quests as you unlock new abilities to aid you on each run to solve the mystery behind the Paper Cut Mansion. It features a creepy and thrilling storyline that has different endings depending on your performance, game mechanics designed for high replayability, permadeath, logical puzzles designed to make you think, and collectible upgrades. All of this on top of sporting a very unique visual art style. And now moving from one unique looking game to the next, this is Saturnalia, another new release that you can pick up on the Epic Games Store. It's a game that's described as a third-person, multi-character, roguelite horror adventure, a game inspired and heavily influenced by the folklore of Sardinia, Italy. You'll be playing as 4 characters, experiencing a deeply connected storyline that ties back to the haunting traditions of an ancient village. The village itself is an elaborate maze with no 2 iterations being precisely the same. You will have to explore and solve the mysteries of the game largely unguided, your only weapon being a box of matches with a limited supply. Definitely a very unique title and perfect for the Halloween season. Next up, we have Draw Slasher, described as a unique, demanding, and dynamic action-packed beat-em-up where you need to only use a mouse to play. You'll have to cut, slice, snip, sever, chop, shear, and trim hordes of pirate monkey zombies. This one definitely gives off vibes of One Finger Death Punch for sure. The next title is one I'm excited to say is on its way, and it's available both on Steam and the Epic Games Store, and that's Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It's fair to say that this very beloved franchise is one that a lot of people have been requesting for some time now. In the game, you play as Gregory, a young boy who's been trapped overnight inside of Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex. With the help of Freddy himself, Gregory must uncover the secrets of the Pizzaplex, learn the truth, and survive until dawn. And as a heads up, you can currently pick this game up on sale as part of the Steam Scream sale for Halloween. Following that is Guild Wars Game of the Year Edition, the epic award-winning online fantasy MMO. This is a staple classic within the genre, and I'm sure a lot of old school gamers wouldn't mind checking out their characters from way back when, as well as reminiscing from the good old times. I legitimately think it's very cool that the servers for this game are still being kept up and running for players to continue playing it. Following that, we have Labyrinthine, which is available on Steam. This is yet another game a part of the Steam Scream sale, and it's a co-op horror game like no other. You'll play with 1 to 4 players online as you solve puzzles, collect items, and run from the horrors that lie within. Follow in the footsteps of Joanne in this story mode or tackle the procedurally generated maps that scale with your level. Based on reviews, it seems to be received very well, and it seems like a really great time with friends if you're looking for something a bit more horror-esque. Next up is another game that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited to see, and that's Sniper Elite 5, which you can pick up on Steam. In it, you'll play as Carl Fairburn, who fights to uncover Project Kraken in 1944 France. This is the game with the staple authentic sniping with enhanced kill cam that has never looked or felt better before. Once again, a fantastic title to see because it's one I've seen a lot of requests for, and it's also got visuals to really take advantage of the 3080 tier. Following that, we actually have a brand new release coming from Square Enix that I think a lot of people are going to be surprised to see. And that is Star Ocean: The Divine Force, which you can buy on Steam. This is the latest entry in the beloved franchise that promises to allow you to freely move in 360 degrees and roam the skies while also having the fastest and strongest action of any game in the series. What makes this edition so interesting is that it's the first JRPG from Square Enix to get support on GFN. This may be just them testing the waters, but I hope it's a sign of them willing to open the door and flood GeForce Now with beloved franchises like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, or even the brand new Forspoken. Up next, we have Volcanoids, which is available on Steam and is a base building open world survival shooter that replaces the typical base with a modular drill. Alone or with friends, you could explore an island plagued by eruptions, upgrade your drill, and battle robots to uncover what's been hiding beneath the surface. The game has very positive reviews over on Steam and is easily recommended to anyone who likes the open world survival genre. Truth be told, it's my first time hearing about it, but it actually looks pretty legit, so I might check this one out with a few friends myself. The last title coming this week is one that I personally recommend and you can check out for free this free play weekend, and that's V Rising. I actually talked about it in yesterday's video, so I won't dive too deep into it, but I will say that it's pretty much a perfect blend of League of Legends or Dota mixed with Rust. Once again, I highly recommend giving it a shot, especially since it's free right now. It can definitely be very addictive though, be warned. There is also one version of a game that I didn't talk about in this video because it was recently added in the past few weeks, and that's Asterigo's Curse of the Stars, which you can now play the Epic Game Store version of. Overall, a pretty exciting week with a very diverse lineup of games, many of which seem to be very well reviewed by users. Personally speaking, it may very well be one of the best weeks we've seen all year, and that's simply because there are some very interesting titles here. But if you ask me, the biggest standouts this week go to Sniper Elite 5, Star Ocean: The Divine Force, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, Victoria 3, and my personal recommendation of V Rising. I cannot stress enough just how interesting it is to see Square Enix finally bringing a JRPG to the service. This now puts into contention the addition of other JRPGs from Square Enix like Final Fantasy, as I mentioned earlier. The idea of being able to play a game like Final Fantasy 16 on GeForce Now is something I would absolutely love to see. And with that, we've wrapped up this GeForce Now Thursday. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thank you for watching the video, I hope you have a great day. This has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.